Oh yeah, I was muted. Yeah, thanks, Prakash. See, that's why you're here. Hmm. Yeah, if anybody's watching this video from the future or something like I know 2026 or something, yeah, Prakash clutched this last video because I was gonna yap the whole time and then realized at the end that I was muted. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, I checked what I said in the last meeting. mm, Not the last meeting, the last video. The output, right? The output was wrong, so we had to use this thing called reversed to get the expected output. And we thought that it might be a problem with our own program. But no, it's I checked the professor's output, and even he makes the mistake in his output. Like this code is written by the professor himself, and his code also has this problem. So yeah, don't worry about it. Hopefully you won't need to use reversed, but just in case it comes up in your exam, you now know how to deal with it. Anyway, let's move on to be version 3, airports version 3. Now let's see if there's any changes to the version 2 and version 1 that we have already done. Define constructor, parameters, hold, fields, CSV line. Okay, they all make sense. Yeah. Okay, so the main function, there's not main function, but the class, there's no difference. The airport class. By the way, Anand, don't worry, I'll upload this recording so you don't have to record it to your PC this time because you're late. On the city known class. Okay, there's no difference in even the enum, but there is a difference now here. Derive the class derive the class mega airport from airport, put it in the same package, define the additional field terminals, define a constructor that accepts the full CSV line and manages the tokenization and parsing. Guarantee that this field is non-visible from the other classes. Make the field read-only. Define a getter method, override toString. I didn't know you could post pictures in the chat. Okay, so okay, now here we have a little bit of a different thing. The first different thing is the mega airport. So let's get down to business and start making the mega airport class. So we go ahead. It's supposed to be in the same package. So we go ahead and we make mega airport. That's the name, right? Yep, mega airport. Okay. It's derived from airport, which means the extends keyword going to be used. Extends airport. So we'll have a field terminals, which is read only and private. You can see it's non-visible from other classes, means private. Read only means final. So we go private, final, in terminals. And after that, we deal with a constructor. There's only one constructor that accepts a full CSV line. So public mega airport, it takes a string CSV line. As you know, the first line should be a call to super. I mean, I think it's Java 22, so it's not a problem. Mhm. Yeah, it doesn't have a problem. So if it's before Java 22, then super needed to be the first line. So you know what, I'll show you the answer both ways. Well, I'll show you the latest version first. So you take the CSV line, which will be in this format. Let me just copy this. So this will be the input format. So we just create a string array. Tokens is equal to CSV line dot split, and we split it on the semicolon. And name, so we can just, just for convenience, we do string name is equal to tokens, the first value, string, well, this is going to be a city, so city is equal to, and we can see in the input they're giving it in lowercase, so we're gonna have to do city dot parse city tokens one, and then runways. Let me just confirm one thing. The constructor in airport is name, city, runways, time. Okay, it's all cool. And runways is an integer, so we'll have to parse it. Int runways is equal to integer dot parse int tokens time is another integer. Time is equal to integer dot parse int tokens 3. And yeah, we'll call super with these parameters. So super, if we press control space, we can see what it expects. Oh, not really. We can just click, we can just see here. Aviation airport. Airport takes a name, city, runways, and time. So we just pass it in. Name, city, runways, time. That's the problem. Hmm. So see, in this case, it's saying that super must be the first statement in the constructor body. I think there might be something wrong with my Java. Let me go to home. It's 22. So it's Java 22, but for some reason it's causing an error. So if it causes an error, always take the safe route. Never risk this because in HLPL2, this could mean you could fail the exam because of this. So now, since super has to be the first line in the first statement in the in the constructor, you just have to do all of this in one, you know, all of this in one line. So the way you do it is just break it all. Say super, you just break it into multiple parts to make it easier to understand. So now name becomes let's suppose CSV line. If super needs to be the first one, this is pretty inconvenient. But what are you gonna do? Let's see what he does. Because this we might benefit from the wisdom of the professor. We go on version 3. Phew. Yeah, I was overcomplicating it. So you just give it to super, and all you have to do is deal with the fifth part. So my mistake here was I was trying to, this works, but it's not the efficient solution. So let's do the efficient solution. So we already know that the airport constructor, this one, it can deal with name, city, runways, and time. We just need to account for terminals. So we erase it all and we do super. By the way, if you don't know super, go watch the B section videos, B1, and you will know that what the super command does. Basically, it calls the constructor of the parent class, and we just give it the line. So this means name, city, runways, and time has already been dealt with. So now we still have to tokenize the thing. So string array tokens equal to CSV line. dot split semicolon, and all we have to do is take the fifth one, two, three, four, five. All we have to do is take the fifth, and it's an integer, so we have to parse it. Integer parse int tokens fifth value, and that's it. We're done with the constructor. Make a getter method and make a toString. Okay, so toStrings, we can do it two ways. I'm gonna choose the more efficient way. So first you do toString here. Here is the default. So we know that the toString of the original airport class returns this toString. It returns name, city, runways, time. And what do we need? Well, let me just put it there so you can understand. Well, so the toString of the parent class returns this. And what we need is this. So all we have to do is call the super toString and just put a semicolon in front of it and the fields that are added on. So we will do, to make it more convenient, first we'll store that in a string. So we can create like a string parent to string, what that result is, and we just do super dot toString. Boom, this will store the toString. This will store this in this string. And then we can just return, so parent toString plus semicolon plus, and just this dot terminals. That's it. And it is possible to do this in one line. If you do this, just to show you, I actually prefer this method, but for the lead code experts that are going to show up, you can do it in one line by doing super dot toString. This. You can also do this. But yeah, that's it. We're done with the toString. Class, transfer time, number of runways, name. So in that case, the comparator, it's all good. So we did anonymously. Now I need to show you how we can do it as a static nested class, the comparator. So right now we have our comparator here as an anonymous implementation. Here. Now we're going to make it a static nested class in the airport class. How do we do static nested class? Let's just put it here after the constructors. Continuous comparator compares airports. Okay, and we'll have to implement. I'll just do this. Yeah. And that will mean this whole thing gets erased. So we still need to provide a comparator for it, but I'll get to it in a second. So we have a private static class, right? Now we can create an instance of it and just keep it there. Here, we can keep a private static comparator of airports. Airport comparator equal to nah, messed up. Wait just a second. Okay, it is new. So, so there's two ways you can do this. The first way, you can make it public static comparator, and you just create a new instance of airport comparator, and that's it. And then you can use it like so. You go to airport comparator, and that's it, because it's static. In that case, by the way, the professor told me that it's supposed to have a different name. Also, you can make it final, public static final. And at that point, I think you're supposed to make it like this. Yeah, like this, because it's a constant. So you can go here. By the way, this is just for naming convention. But yeah, airport comparator, and everything should work just fine. Let's see. Well, the second way you could do it was create a method, a public static final method. Well, not final, a public static method that it's called get comparator, and it returns this. But I feel like that would overcomplicate things. So yeah. Okay, one last thing we have to change here is in every line while parsing it, see here, new airport. In each line, we have to check the length. So for mega airports, the line will have 5 tokens. For airport, it will have 4 tokens. So for each line, or mega airport is also an airport, so they can be stored in the same array. But yeah, right here, we need to mm, mm, line is equal to sc dot next line. So we take the next line here and we tokenize it. And since we already tokenized it, we're going to call the constructor manually, so that hmm, no, you know what? It's not efficient, but why not? So we have a line, right? Going back, we take a line, the next line from the scanner, and we check the length. Well, we tokenize it, so we divide it into tokens. String tokens is equal to line dot split on semicolon. Now, if tokens dot length is equal to 4, then we know that it's a good old or airport. So we'll do this. We know it's an airport, so airport's length is equal to new airport. Instead of SC next line, we'll just put line in it. Now we have a guarantee from the professor that it's either airport or mega airport. So we can do else. But if there is no, like else just means if the length is 4 of the tokens, then it's airport, else it's a mega airport. If you want to be safer, you can do else if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if it's 5, you need to new mega airport and just give it the line. Same thing, and at the end you end up doing length plus plus anyway. So yeah, that should be it. We sort it and yeah, let's check it out. Test standard input, enter. Shouldn't have done that. Probably K 0, 360, 55, 400 to 40. Barcelona. Okay, again, it's upside down. So here, where we give the comparator, we just give reversed. But again, this, it's not supposed to be normal, right? This is a mistake on the professor's side. And the only reason I'm showing you guys reversed is just in case, so you know what to do in case it happens. This should be the normal one in the exam. He shouldn't, that bug shouldn't be there. But in case this isn't coming as expected, this is upside down, you can just reverse it and it is chill. So that should be everything. Let me just check if I missed anything. No, it's all done. Any questions, guys? The two people in the audience. I bet Anand's sleeping already. Yeah, no, just Anand. Pretty sure Prakash is asleep as well. All right, then we'll end it here.